Welcome back to Miss Teacher Tube with Janice Leong. On today's episode, we're going to be studying pictographs again. Only we're going to be doing some special things with pictographs. We're going to learn all about how to use symbols in pictographs. So instead of drawing detailed drawings to represent the data that we want in the pictographs, we are going to substitute in a symbol for it instead. So for example, if we're doing a pictograph about the students in our class, we're not going to draw each and every person in our class. It's not art class, it's math. We're going to find a symbol to represent them, and that will make drawing your pictographs way easier. So we're going to look at symbols. We're also going to look at using our pictographs to problem solve and analyze that data to figure out the answers to different problems. We've got a lot of exciting things today on today's episode. In addition to that, I almost forgot to mention, you're going to learn how to draw your own pictograph today. I have some sample activities for you. You're going to find that are a lot of fun. So let's get started. Sometimes when we're looking at pictographs, we have symbols that stand for something. I'm going to use these smiley faces to represent students in my pictograph. So every time you see a smiley face in my pictograph, that equals one student per smile. Now, if we take a look at the graph that I've made, you can look at the title at the very top to see what I have in this pictograph. So this pictograph shows students' favorite seasons. We have 4 seasons in my labels along the left-hand side: fall, winter, spring, and summer. If you study my pictograph, you can see that summer is the most popular or favorite season of most of the students in this class. 8 of them have listed this as their favorite season. We can also see that winter is the least liked season of them all. Only 2 students liked winter as their favorite season. If I were to ask you how many more students like fall than winter, you could easily count and compare the 2 seasons and count to see that there are 2 more students that like fall better than wintertime. You can do the same thing with summer. You can see that 3 more students like summer than spring. So this is how we're going to use symbols in pictographs. For the student work that's coming up, we're going to be using this symbol. This is a picture of a basketball. And when you're looking at the next pictograph, every time you see a basketball, one basketball equals a win for a team. So every time you see a basketball, that represents a game that a team has won. Now, I've made this very special pictograph for your student work coming up. I want you to look at the title at the very top of this pictograph. It says Basketball Game Wins. And down the left-hand side, we have the different teams that have been competing with one another playing basketball games. We have Team 1, Team 2, Team 3, and Team 4. So these different teams have been playing basketball games, and this pictograph is used to show each win that a team has. So a basketball equals one game that a team has won. So I've got a lot of questions coming up about this pictograph. Have fun working on the student activities, and I'll talk to you soon. Now I've made this graph for the next part of the student work. Look at the title at the very top. It says Number of Family members. Each stick person represents a student in the class. And on the left-hand side for the labels, it's 4 or less people in the family, 5 people, 6 people, 7 or more people in a family. So each stick person is a child in the class, and each one is placed beside the label of how many people they have in their families. Have fun working on the student work. I'll talk to you soon. Well, we've come to the end of another Miss Teacher Tube episode. I hope you've learned a lot today about substituting symbols in for your data when you're drawing or when you're analyzing pictographs using those symbols to answer and solve problems. It certainly has been a lot of work on today's episode. If you need to rewatch any part of this to practice your skills, go right ahead. My videos never get tired. I will see you on the next episode. Bye for now.